You might be asking yourself, where on earth can I get movies on disc nowadays? Because you can't just walk into Target and Best Buy anymore because they do not carry them on their shelves. Well, I'm about to tell you, so strap in folks, because this is another Acoustics Tech Tips. Now, truth be told, I'm not going to list every possible store or website or way in which you can procure your favorites on disc, but I will go over some of my go-to resources which you can then dive deeper in if you so choose. So, without further ado, let's begin with... Did you know that Walmart still has a physical media section in their stores? Or at least most of them. I have seen some posts online talking about how theirs in particular does not have a physical media section whatsoever. So if you're curious, go to your local Walmart and check it out. See if they actually have discs that you can buy. Where can you get a cup of coffee, a book, and a movie in your hand in a matter of minutes? Barnes & Noble. That's right. But not only do they have a limited selection of new releases every Tuesday on Movie Day, but they are also the one-stop brick-and-mortar destination for all things Criterion Collection. That's right, the renowned Criterion restorations of many titles can be found on their shelves in their stores. But just a fair warning, Criterion Collection titles are expensive, since they have been painstakingly restored to Blu-ray or even 4K Blu-ray quality, and they usually come with a lot of little extras, like this is my copy of Fantastic Mr. Fox, for example. You can see the C in the corner here. That means Criterion Collection. But this one, for example, comes with a really cool booklet with all kinds of nice artwork and behind-the-scenes stuff. And the disc as well, of course. But they usually retail for $50 a pop. Yeah. But if you're like me, you're gonna wait for the Barnes & Noble Criterion sale that usually happens a few times a year, honestly, dropping them 50%. So owning a Criterion Collection title for $25 is easier to swallow, right? And just a quick FYI, Arrow Video also has a partnership with Barnes & Noble if you are familiar with their library of films. Ladies and gentlemen, Groove.com or Gruv.com, I don't know. That is a website that I frequent often because they are constantly getting new releases as well as 4K Steelbook and special edition versions. And every weekend they have a themed sale like action movies one week, family-friendly movies another week, space adventures or sci-fi another week, etc. And even right now they are in the middle of their March Madness sale. Every week they have something new like 3 4K titles for $30 or 2 Blu-rays for $19, among many other killer deals. Might I also suggest joining the Blu-ray.com newsletter because you get daily emails listing a bunch of Blu-ray and 4K Blu-ray titles that have dropped in price. Just FYI though, Blu-ray.com does have a partnership with Amazon because whenever you click on their links to purchase said title, it goes to the Amazon storefront. I do personally know a few people who refuse to do business on Amazon.com, so that's why I mention it. Some other online retailers that I have purchased from in the past are ValoriaVideo.com, ArrowVideo.com, which I already mentioned has a partnership with Barnes & Noble, but they do have their own website, as well as TheMovieRoom.com and KinoLorber.com, just to name a few. And I already know I mentioned their brick and mortar presence in the world of physical media, but obviously if they don't have what you need in store, you can also purchase from Walmart.com and BarnesandNoble.com. And wouldn't you believe it, just earlier this year, BestBuy.com has started technically supporting physical media sales again. The reason I say technically is because it's basically just a means to be able to use BestBuy.com's e-commerce platform. Because it may look like you are purchasing it from BestBuy.com when in fact, the actual source of these discs is coming from a third-party company. But even I have taken advantage of this fairly recently because every once in a while Best Buy still sends me a $10 coupon to use in their store. So I might as well get $10 off a 4K Blu-ray, right? Canopy is not an online retailer, nor is it a brick and mortar store. So why am I mentioning them in this conversation? Because they are supported by thousands of public libraries across the United States. Well, if you happen to have a library card from your local library and it supports Canopy, that means you will have access to the Canopy app for free, which has movies, TV shows, documentaries, etc. But just FYI, not all libraries support Canopy, so you're going to need to do a little bit of research to see if yours does. On the Canopy website, for example, there is a menu that you can search for your library, and if it's in there, boom, you've got access to the app. But if you search for your library and it's not on their list, sorry, you're out of luck. If you happen to live in Bend, Oregon, I'm sure you know that the last standing Blockbuster is still there, alive and kicking, where you can go in and rent movies just like it's the 90s or early 2000s. But even if you don't live in Bend, Oregon, you are still in luck. For your entertainment needs, if you would rather rent discs like the good old days instead of purchasing all of them, do you know what kind of building is like your modern Blockbuster? I'll give you a hint. I've already mentioned it in this video. That's right, your local library. You can not only check out books from there, but you can browse their movie section and check out movies. And it's so cheap, folks. So if you have the means to play a 4K Blu-ray, a Blu-ray, or a DVD, make it an adventure this weekend. Go to your local library, browse the aisles, pick up a couple titles, pick up a pizza for the whole family, and party like it's 1999. So no, this is not a 100% complete list of available resources to purchase or rent discs nowadays, but it'll get you started on the right path. Hopefully this newfound knowledge inspires you to do a little more digging and see what other online retailers are out there who just might happen to have your favorite movie on sale right now. You never know until you start clicking. So thanks for watching, and I honestly hope that this sparks something inside of you regarding physical media, because physical media still is very near and dear to my heart. Because I gotta tell you, streaming to this day still does not hold a candle to the audio and video quality of 4K Blu-ray discs and even some Blu-ray discs, especially if you have a really nice surround sound system, because that is what truly unlocks a disc's ability to bring the cinematic experience into your own home. And if you happen to land on this video first in this trilogy of eAcoustics tech tips, be sure to also check out the difference between 4K Blu-ray, Blu-ray, and DVD discs, as well as which player is right for your physical media needs. Stay educated, my friends.